All right. Well, first things first, why have you decided to run?
Good question. So I've been in Las Vegas for 23 years.
Yeah,
I've owned seven different businesses, and throughout my years of being in business, I've noticed that a lot of regulations are stopping me from succeeding. My background's in construction, so
yeah,
especially the contractors board, it's been very tough for me, and so um, I've always liked the political field. And
yeah,
2 years ago, I helped somebody in their campaign. And then this year, well, actually, we started last year in 2025.
yeah,
Uh, I was helping somebody run for governor who's still running. And that person asked me to run as a lieutenant governor. And,
yeah,
I said, man, I've never ran for office before, so I wouldn't know what to do. And
yeah,
she was letting me know. She's like, Jose, you're actually already doing it, and the
yeah,
passion that you have is exactly what we need. And so, I put it up to prayer, and everything seemed, great, like it lined up. Well, during the running, I found out that she wasn't really the right person that I wanted to follow.
yeah,
And I was trying to figure out, how do I get out of this situation? Well, I met some people that really liked me, and they asked me to run as governor because I was
yeah,
overqualified to run as lieutenant governor, they said. And once again, I put it up to prayer, and everything looked great. So I put my name in the hat as running governor
yeah,
for Nevada. And let me tell you, it's been the toughest position that I've
yeah,
ever applied for. I've gone through all the emotions on a daily basis, and it's not easy.
yeah,
But the one thing that keeps me going is that it's necessary. We need
yeah,
accountability, we need transparency, and we need answers.
yeah,
Inflation is way too high. Our taxes are way too high. Our regulations are still stopping us from succeeding, especially the small businesses. And somebody needs to stand up and not take no for an answer. And
yeah.
that's the kind of person that I am. So that's why I'm running for governor.
That's great. And what are your main priorities for Nevada?
Yeah. So I have a total of six. Okay.
Yeah,
Very simple. And this is going to help our inflation. It's going to help our economy. There's a bill, um, I believe it's SB 530, and that bill raised our taxes, and it raised our fuel taxes. I'm going to
yeah,
veto that bill. First and foremost, our fuel would go down like 75 cents. That's
yeah,
huge. So that's the first thing that I'm going to do. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut property taxes out. There's no
yeah,
need for them. We should be able to own our own homes.
yeah,
The third thing I'm going to do is car registration. Make it $40 for the life that you have the vehicle, no matter the value of the vehicle.
yeah,
Those three things are going to help the middle class be able to breathe a little bit.
yeah,
Then the next three things that I plan on doing is auditing CCSD, Metro, and our healthcare system.
yeah,
The reason why I want to audit Metro is not because I believe that there's corruption or anything like that going on, because I believe we have the best police in the country.
Yeah,
But what I want to do is I want to be able to figure out how we can manage either our money or the way that we police better so we can feel more secure and better.
yeah,
And I could get into that a little bit more if you'd
yeah,
like.
sure.
But
Yeah,
um, so what I found out with the policing is that 50% of our calls are homelessness related.
yeah,
And so that's a big issue, the homelessness. And then the homelessness is a big issue on a separate scale, right?
yeah,
And so what I plan on doing is I'm going to plead with the federal government to use that money to build a psychiatric hospital where we'll have mental, physical, medical, and some sort of rehabilitation camp
yeah,
instead of filling up our jails with throwing them in there, letting them sleep it off for a little bit, and then back into society. Bring them to a rehabilitation camp
yeah,
that's going to allow them to, oh, I'm sorry, and in a workforce program as well too.
yeah,
Once we fix their mental and medical, now let's figure out what's going on with them, what are they good at, and put that
yeah,
workforce program together so we can put them back into society as a law-abiding citizen, not,
yeah,
you know, another, mm, um, how do I say this? You know, not another person that has mental issues that's going to go back and do the same thing over and over
yeah,
again, right?
yeah,
Right. And so the reason why I want these audits, it's because we need to find out, where is our money? Where
yeah,
is all our taxpayers' money? Right. And so let's put that taxpayers' money to work that's going to actually solve our issues.
great. Okay. Um, Tell me more about the economic policies that you want to implement.
So, along the lines of exactly
Yeah,
what I just said, right? The
yeah,
other thing is it would be affordable housing, right?
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Let's stop the corporations from coming in. I'd like to get in there and see what my options are for allowing corporations to come in and buying all these homes.
Yeah,
The corporations that already have those homes, what are our options of releasing those homes back
yeah,
to our community? So therefore, our young generation would be able to afford a home. A
yeah,
college student coming out of college right now cannot afford a home.
yeah, that's right.
You know, I'm an immigrant here. I was born in El Salvador. I moved here when I was 4 years
Yeah,
old, and I've been uh, I've been hearing about this American dream. And yes, I've lived the American dream, but not too many people can say they have, or have the ability to
yeah,
live the American dream, right? So let's get back to that. Let's make things affordable. Let's let our people grow.
yeah,
I understand that Nevada is a business, and I am going to treat it like a business, and it needs to make money as well too. But if
yeah,
our people grow, the state grows. And that's what I
Yeah,
plan on doing for our economy, to grow. There's a lot more, that I want to do. I want to fight the federal government for more land, more possibilities,
yeah.
more work. Um, you know, couple other things that I have in mind, and I don't know if you're going to ask me those, but you know, um, as far as the economy goes, that's the first thing that we need to fix.
All right. Great. Well, um, uh, moving on to the topic of healthcare, do you have a specific plan on that specific issue?
So when it comes to
Because you
healthcare,
mentioned mental health, and that's, that's a big
yes,
issue.
correct, correct. So when it comes to the healthcare system, I feel it's broken and it needs a lot of fixing. And
Yeah,
we need to go in there and audit it. What's going on? Why are we having such a big issue where some people cannot get health insurance, where it's getting too expensive? How is it so expensive? But then again, we don't have any specialty doctors.
yeah,
Everybody has to go to our surrounding states to go get specific medical help. How do we bring those back in so that we could get the right care that we need here? How can we make it affordable? How can we make it so that it works like
yeah,
a good system? Right. And along those lines, yeah, the medical help, right? That's going to help because I
yeah,
know that a lot of our mental patients are flooding our hospitals, our ERs, and that's why
yeah,
we're having a lot of long waits. The psychiatric hospitals have been denied because they're in our communities. And I understand that nobody wants, mental patients running around their own community. And that's why
yeah,
I plan on putting it on the outskirts of Las Vegas
yeah.
so that we solve that issue and problem.
All right. Well, what about education? Do you have any specific policies that you would like to implement?
Yes. Yes, I'm
Yeah,
so glad you asked that, right? How are we
it's very
such a
important.
rich, very important, right? How are
Yeah,
we such a rich state, but we're number 48 out of 50 in education?
yeah,
We need answers. I'm going to audit CCSD. I know that they have $12 billion in their pockets right now, but they're doing pay cuts on teachers. They're trying
yeah,
to get rid of 20 different schools, and where on the east side of Las Vegas, where our lower income people are. Why? The slot machines in every single casino are allotted $250 per year for education. Where is that money?
yeah,
We need answers. I'm here to go get the answers, and I'm not going to take no for an answer. You give me some answers, or there's going to be some pretty big consequences.
yeah,
Our kids are so important. They're our future. We need to keep evolving, and we're not evolving if we're number 48 out of 50,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. That's a
So,
problem.
yes, big problem, and then again, not to mention, it's public schools are such a big problem that we're having a lot of private
Yeah,
schools come up, right? And then so then,
yeah,
therefore, the federal government is saying, oh, well, we're not going to give you funds because you don't have the students to fill, right? And
yeah,
so once again, it's a broken system that nobody is fixing. And we
yeah.
need to fix that ASAP.
Great. because you mentioned auditing many services. I would like to ask about accountability, because it's an issue that all the the vast majority of candidates I interview, they tell me that there's an issue with accountability and where the money goes. And you mentioned that before when you talk about lowering taxes. So I would like to hear more about what you have to say on that topic.
I am not a career politician.
Yeah.
I am one of the people that is tired of hearing the promises that keep getting broken.
Yeah.
And so I'm holding myself accountable to go in there and actually fix these things
Yeah.
because we want answers. I am here for the people, by the people. Let's get back to how our Constitution was written,
Yeah.
for the people, by the people. Together, we can grow. If
Yeah.
we're divided, we cannot grow.
Yeah, that's right.
So, accountability is huge. For decades, we haven't had a good governor that's came in and helped the people.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be one of those governors that's sitting behind his desk. I'm going to be out there on site with the people, solving problems and real issues that we're having on a daily basis. I don't
Yeah.
care about the federal level. I don't care what's happening 20 years from now. I care about what's happening today.
Yeah. Now.
It's easier said than done, right?
Yeah.
But I want this. I have two children. They're 3 and 6. I have 4 godchildren. I have 7 nieces and nephews. I have 2 stepkids. And I'm doing this for them.
Yeah.
They need me. I'm a parent. And
Yeah,
and this
that's
is
right.
what a parent does. A parent looks after their kids so they can have the best life that they can have,
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
better
And so
future.
if I don't do this, they're going to struggle too. And I don't want them to struggle.
Yeah. All right. Well, what are your what is your plan in regards to land management and the environment? Of course, the environment is very important as well.
Yes, yes. So I know that the federal government owns 83% of our land.
Yeah.
That is way too much land for them to just keep on holding it back.
Yeah.
They say that they don't want to give us more land because we don't have any water. Well, do we not have water? No, we have plenty of water. We only use 3% of the Colorado River's water. There's plenty
Yeah.
where we can get back. And it takes negotiating with somebody.
Yeah.
There was a bill in 1922 passed that Lake Powell gets all the water. Well, why?
Yeah.
Enough's enough. We need to grow. We need, I believe we need nuclear power here. It's going to be very expensive, but in the long run, we're going to save a lot
Yeah.
of money. We're going to be able to acquire some land for that. We're going to be able to, provide jobs.
Yeah.
I believe that we need a fuel reserve system here.
Yeah.
Once again, we're going to need some land, we're going to need some water, we're going to need to expand,
Yeah.
and so that you know we can live better and comfortable. Las Vegas is growing,
Yeah.
and I feel that we can grow, even bigger than what we are now. We we
Yeah,
just
that's
we
right.
just need we just need that opportunity to be
Yeah.
able to expand.
Yeah.
And I believe that
Well,
I can do that with my negotiation, with my sales skills, with my business mentality. I can do that for us.
yeah.
Once again, that's for the people,
Yeah.
not for the government, not to put money in big corporations. It's for us.
All right, great. Well, what about public safety? Do you have any specific policies there?
Yes. So once again, like I said, I want to audit Metro, and
Yeah.
I've already kind of have done a little bit of digging and research. And after talking to several lieutenants, they're all telling me that 50% of their calls are homelessness related, and so therefore
Yeah.
that doesn't give them a lot of room to police in our communities so that we can feel safe. Well, if I
Yeah.
fix the mental crisis that I mentioned earlier, that's going to release a lot of the police so that they can police us more and feel safer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our current governor right now was the sheriff,
Yeah.
became governor, had more power, and in 4 years, our crime rate has only gone down 6%.
Yeah.
How? How? It's
It should be
obviously that
lower.
somebody
Yeah.
it's obviously that somebody doesn't care, because it's as simple as taking care of one issue, one problem to fix another. And that way we
Yeah.
can feel even more safer here. You know,
Yeah.
um, crime rate's high in Las Vegas. Uh, it's just not said because we're trying to protect, our tourism, right?
Yeah.
We don't have that many big issues in other parts of Nevada, but of course, I want to go into every single county and ask them, what's going on? What do you need? Do you
Yeah.
need to expand? Do you need to, are you growing? Why isn't other counties not growing? What's going on in there? We do have some farming lands. What's going on with them? How can we help you grow? Do you need more water? Do you need, what is it that you need, so that I can provide that for you, so that we can all grow as a state, not
Yeah.
necessarily just Clark County because I live here. I'm basing everything off of Clark County because I do live here, but I do have other counties in mind dearly.
Yeah. All right. Well, the last question would be regarding civil liberties and constitutional rights, and what are your stances on immigration, voting rights, all these more social issues that.
Sure, absolutely. That's on a federal level, right? And I would be
Yeah.
on more on the state level, right? But I do have opinions and I do have influence. I
Yeah.
I would like, because I am an immigrant, I have
Yeah.
gone through the system. I do know what it takes. I do feel that we need to fix that. And we can't just fix that by having an agency be forceful and take people out.
Yeah.
They're here, they pay taxes, Let's find a system that works better. If you have a criminal history, yes, you're out. If you don't have a criminal history and you've
Yeah.
put into our country, let's find a solution for that. I'm pushing for the Dignity Act to happen. The Dignity Act, Donald Trump already said he would sign it if a Republican signs it because the Democratic Party has already signed it. I'm a Republican. I want my people to sign it. What that's going to do is if you've been here 2021 and back, you are going to get a work authorization card
Yeah.
so that you can work legally, you can feel safe, you can pay taxes, you can, do all those things that a
Yeah.
law-abiding citizen does. Because at the end of the day, that's what we want, law-abiding citizens. We're all
Yeah.
humans, and it doesn't matter where you come from. You're here, let's fix it. Yes, I do believe in obeying laws,
Yeah.
but our system has been broken for so many years. Our border was hijacked, and now there's a big issue and a big crisis.
Yeah.
So what do? Right? What's done is done. Let's fix it. How can we fix it within? And that's what I plan on doing with immigration. As
Yeah.
far as laws, I would like to be less governed. Let's get back to the Constitution.
Yeah.
Why is there laws on top of laws? Our
Yeah.
Constitution was written for a reason, and it works. The reason
Yeah,
why
that's right.
laws were made to benefit somebody else. And that's not right. We don't need another law on top of a law to fix
Yeah.
or to make somebody else, benefit from it. If it doesn't benefit everyone, it can't just
Yeah.
benefit one person. So I feel like we should be less governed and get back to our roots.
Yeah. Do you support more rights for, states' rights in Nevada?
Like I said, yes and no, right? I want
Yeah.
to be less governed, right? And
Yeah.
so I want to get in there and figure out what laws do I need to go in and veto and what
Yeah.
laws need to stay in place. There's going to be very minimal laws that I think that I'm going to have to pass because I
Yeah.
think that we're already governed enough and it's
Yeah.
working. What
All
we
right.
need is to be less governed, less regulations stopping us from
Yeah.
doing some of the things that we need to do in order to grow,
Yeah.
right? And 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 bottom line, just fix the high taxes that we have here.
Yeah.
That's hurting us. That's killing us.
Yeah.
That and the corporations coming in and buying our homes.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
That's going to stop.
Great. Well, thank you. Thank you very much for answering all my questions.
Yeah, you're so welcome. Now, are these going to be published somewhere?
Yeah, I mean, I do have a YouTube channel where I publish all my
Okay.
interviews, but if you want me to not publish it, I can totally.
No, please do. Yes, I want
Oh,
to be
okay.
heard.
All
Yes, I
right.
want to be heard.
Great.
Yes, yes. I think that it's important for somebody like myself to be heard.
Yeah.
I'm self-funded. I don't have anybody, donating. I came
Yeah.
into this race very, very late, and so therefore, all the big corporations have already endorsed whoever they want, but they haven't
Yeah.
heard my story. They haven't heard what I'm about, and shame on them for not doing that. Here's another
Yeah.
thing, too, that I want to say, to the people and to our government. Why didn't we have debates? Nobody has
Yeah.
heard of me because we haven't had any debates. California has had 5 of them. We
Yeah.
haven't had one single debate. Why?
Yeah, that's important.
Very important.
Yeah. Well, I think that, my view is that everyone should be heard. Every single candidate has the right to put forward their platform and be heard. That's why I'm doing this.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And if you can, if you go back and you kind of, you know, look at the video and
Yeah.
based off of, other candidates that you have, if you could give me some sort of feedback, I would really greatly appreciate it. Uh, am I doing a good job? Uh, do I have the right steps forward to help us all? Is there something that I'm lacking? Is there something that I need more
Yeah.
education on? I would love your feedback so that I could be better because as a leader, I'm never going to stop learning. I can always learn, and it doesn't matter how old you are, I can always learn from somebody.
That's great. Well, thank you. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
once again, and you have a nice day.
Thank you, Lorena. You too. Appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day.
Take care. Bye.
You bet. Bye bye.